We all had a bottle like this in our car in Greenwood Lake when I was growing up. But it wasn't water. Scoops. GHB. We were drinking the date rape drug to get mangled. You know, I'm driving, listening to my rap music from the 90s, the early 2000s, Wu-Tang, all that. It's Wu Wednesday. And of course, it's got me thinking about, back in the day, hustling, this, that. Anybody ever hear of GHB? Scoops. We called it scoops in Greenwood Lake because you would fill up a little cap of a water bottle and drink it. Do a little scoop. Now, this stuff had Greenwood Lake turned out. I'm telling you, turned out. Everybody was doing scoops. Everybody had a water bottle full of this GHB in their car. Usually it was clear. At first we used to get it from this vitamin store down in Jersey on Route 17 in Paramus. It was called Invigorate. It looked like lemon lime Gatorade. We used to go down there and get it. And then we could start getting it off the internet. We used to get it different places. I used to order cases of this stuff and have it sent to my friend's dorm room down in NYU. Then me and a bunch of my boys would go down there and, I'd pick it up and we'd hang out for the weekend, party, get wrecked. Basically almost die because that GHB, that stuff is no joke. It's actually the date rape drug, GHB. But we were taking it to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? To get mangled. It had people going nuts in Greenwood Lake. I ended up working at a little warehouse. I believe it was in Sloatsburg, New York. And I found the main ingredient to GHB, gamma-butyrolactone. We had a 55-gallon drum of it and a little 5-gallon drum. Well, we did a little research, me and a friend of mine, and we figured out how to make this stuff with the gamma-butyrolactone. And when I tell you we were going nuts, we were going nuts. We used to cook this stuff in the microwave. We were making gallons and gallons and gallons of this stuff. Selling gallons of it for like $600,000. Little water selling for $50, the little small pint ones. It was just insane. And, drinking that stuff probably was the start of my addiction, where my addiction skyrocketed. I started drinking that stuff and I couldn't stop. I was drinking it to the point where every night I was shitting on and throwing up at the same time. Just totally twisted. I should have known back then, maybe I have a problem with drugs, but it took another 20-something years for me to realize that I had a problem with drugs. Not to mention all the other drugs I started doing at that time. I was selling drugs at that time, so I was trading scoops for other drugs to sell. It was just an absolute mess. That was the beginning of my downfall. The GHB days in Greenwood Lake. Scoops. Vinga. Now I know it's like it's a party drug. Use it in clubs and stuff. They call it liquid ecstasy. It's still a date rape drug as well. But yeah, we used to use it to party. What a mess. I'm telling you, that whole Greenwood Lake, we were all turned out on them scoops. Tremendous. But now I can think back on them, what a mess it was. And I had to go through all of that destruction, years and years and decades of destruction, pain and misery to get where I am today, where I'm a sober, proud man of honor and dignity. I got a little integrity nowadays. People can actually count on me now. Back in the days, they can only count on me for drugs. Now they can count on me for support, for accountability, and they can count on me to lift them up when they're feeling a little down. That's what recovery's about. We help others to help ourselves. Stay positive, stay blessed, and make it a great day. You have that power. Let's get it, baby.